Hello everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Welcome back to 30 Days of Sketches 9. We're on to day 11. We're using another 2-page sketch today. However, mine will not be 2-page layout. I will turn into just a 1-page, taking inspiration from half of the sketch, which I will get to in just a minute. But we're going to go on a little journey with this layout. And I'm going to warn you, the end project is a little out there, but I kind of really love it. So we're going to see how this goes. What I'm doing is using a cut file from Confessions of a Paper Addict. Total plans on using this particular cut file for a design team layout. However, it didn't cut correctly. It cut itself in half, and it's supposed to be a circle with these hearts on it. And that didn't happen. So I tried to cut out the hearts, as you can see there. And now I'm just trying to find some photos to play with, and I wanted to use this Lucky You collection, or Lucky Me collection, which is from Rosie Studios. I've had this for quite a while. I got it last year from Scrapbook Your Joy, and my plan was to do like a nod to Valentine's Day for one of my layouts for February for Confessions of a Paper Addict. Anyways, it wasn't really working. I was trying to find some paper, find the right background, had these 2 cute photos of Sean and Nora that I thought would be really cute to do, you know, father-daughter type of layout. I don't do a ton of those, so I thought that would look really fun. Kind of went with that vibe. But yeah, I kind of like this rainbow one. I probably could have made it work. But then I thought to myself, hey, I have these other photos back when, you remember that little craves where everyone turned ourselves into cartoons? We used that app and we all became cartoons. Well, I had that and I still hadn't scrapbooked those, so I grabbed my kids thinking I could just document that. I like that idea. However, with the 3 photos, it didn't really work with the hearts. Like I just couldn't, I don't know. It was bothering me. It wasn't really working. And so I finally just take a breath, take a moment, get rid of this, and actually bring in the 2 other photos, which are of myself and Sean with the same cartoon characters. I grabbed the teal pattern paper that has the hearts on it and this gorgeous orange. I love these 2 colors together. They're so pretty. I put the hearts on top, and now I'm like, okay, I can work with this. I can make something happen with this in some way. Again, I'm thinking that this is going to be for a design team layout. I'm not planning on using a sketch with this. This was me just kind of making things work. I really liked this floral paper. It has a butterfly and flowers on it. It's just really pretty, kind of soft. And it was a nice little break in between the 2 kind of starker orange and the green there. I'm going to trim that, get that added in, start working on some layers and building it up. And as I'm looking at it, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, this kind of reminds me of one of the sketches due for March. So I went and looked and realized it does. It kind of looks like today, which is day 11, but only part of it because it is supposed to be a 2-page sketch. And so I thought, well, if I changed out that paper and turned it into a block instead of the little strips that you see there, I might be able to just make this work and turn this one into today, which is day 11, and I'll figure something else out for my design team project that was due in February. And that is what you're going to see me do here. Now, you may be looking at it thinking like, it's not that crazy, Christy. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, let's just hold on a minute, because trust me, it gets a little cuckoo. I'm adding all these little pieces. I just want to use this collection up. It's so cute. It's a really, really cute collection. However, I am finding it hard to use. There's something about I don't know if the colors together or my photos with the collection. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I am finding it very tricky to use this collection. And so I'm trying to get used up as much as I can every time I work with it in a layout. So using these little pieces, Rosie Studios comes with a million little pieces of ephemera. It is crazy how much they can jam pack in an ephemera thing. You get 2 of each one, and it's a lot. And the plan here was just use as much as I can and make it work. And I do. However, I just kept adding and adding. And then I found these hearts, which I felt could layer on top of the other ones. Considering this isn't to highlight the cut file anymore, it's okay that I'm covering a lot of it up. It's not going to affect anything. I don't have to highlight it in that way when it's not necessarily meant to be just for, a design team. I also found these cute little gold frames that obviously don't fit the full photos, but I thought if I trim them, I could add them as another layer. And these little tickets, I found some butterflies that you're going to see me add in a little bit. And I'm just trying to figure out where to go with it. I'm liking it, but I'm like, something will happen. And this is where the click came in. So you can see I've switched it. I went ahead and turned it into the square instead of the little bit of a strip beside that. So now you can kind of see where the sketch is. You can see I pretty much rotated it. I do have my two photos at the angle that you can see the two little photos in. And pretty much what I've done now is those areas where you can see there are supposed to be three larger photos, I just have that whole block as the green pattern paper. And then the cut file is kind of like the fun little in-between part that I'm using to break up that big block of green that you would see in the sketch. My plan now was I was thinking, well, I could add these little hearts and kind of be where that little tab is. I do not like the way that this looks, but I did try it. And starting from there, I just went and I looked at every little piece that I had within this collection. And eventually I come up with the idea of I love the idea of kind of the butterflies floating off the page. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I just keep adding and it just gets a little bit crazy. But it's cute, and this is us as cartoon characters. Like, this doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can be fun and whimsical and just out there. If I'm going to do that, this is pretty much the layout to do that with. So I'm not really upset that it went all cuckoo, but it did. It's just a little bit more so than what I would normally do, I'd say. But it was fun, and I really think it's cute. I love the way that it turns out. You can see I'm tapping my fingers because now I'm stuck, and that's when I went crazy. Florals, butterflies, all sorts of stuff kind of gets added in. And then to finish it off and make it at the very end, which you'll see in a minute, I actually trimmed it and I layered it with another border so it really looked like the sketch. And that border is this blue and white stripe, so that the blue that you see within the heart and the title that says "so cute," they kind of all blend themselves in together, but it just added to the crazy. It really did. Anyways, just to let you know, if you see a 2-page sketch, you don't have to use it as a 2-pager. You can just take elements of it and make it work for you. Same thing with a 1-page sketch. You can turn it into a 2-page sketch. That's the beauty of these things. You take what works for you and create something that you love. I hope that inspires you, but I do hope that you head on over and see what everyone else has created today and see the 2-pagers that I'm sure are going to come out of today, because I'm sure they're going to be amazing. And don't forget, you can use the hashtag 30DSCBL9 to play along. Here's a look at my finished layout. Bye, everyone.